Hey, my name is Tyler. I was told to do a tutorial on how to do the cloning effect. I was told by my brother-in-law for one of his students that was asking for help. So I don't know what your knowledge is about video editing. I don't know what kind of equipment you have or what you want to do this effect for. So I'm just going to give you kind of the universal rundown on what you need and how to do this effect. It's actually really simple. All you need is a solid tripod, a good camera, and I don't know, basic video editor. So I took a example video here to show you what you're gonna need to do. There's just two things that you're gonna have to pay attention to. One, you don't want to hit stop and start recording, because what that will do is that will move the camera a little bit and that will mess it up. You just want to hit record once and then you want to record both of your lines. The timing is usually the tricky part with this, so you're going to want to play around with that. I'm just going to teach you how to do the effect. So you're going to need to recognize the center line in your video, and what the center line is it's where it divides where both of your clones are going to be, and you don't want to cross that center line, because what will happen then is one of your clones will be getting cut off, because all this effect is doing is it's taking a video of you on one side of the frame and then a video of you on the other side of the frame, and you're just cropping half of one of those videos off, and then you're just layering it on top. So if you cross over, you'll see that it just cuts off your body and the effect won't look good. So in this video, I kind of used the line right here on the TV on my wall as the center line. And then I said what I wanted to say to my clone. And then I just changed positions really quick and I responded to him. And I was just kind of paying attention to the timing in my head, because I've done this effect a few times, but you're going to want to play around with that. Anyway, so what you're going to want to do is just open up your video editing software and import the clip. So again, I don't know how much you know when it comes to editing, so I'm going to assume you know how to do basic, like trimming the clips and layering. Okay, first, now that you have the clip imported into your video editing software, you are going to want to find where your first clone starts talking. So right about here, and I'm going to mark an in point for that. And then I'm going to find where he stops doing his part. So right about here, then I'm going to mark an out point, and then I'm going to drag that into my timeline. Okay, and now I'm going to go onto the other clone. And he's going to start right about there. Okay, so you can play around with the timing. I'm going to move around these clips a little bit. This is just to show you, I don't know, how to do the effect in a really simple way. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, I'm using Adobe Premiere, and in this software, it's pretty easy just to grab your second clip and then layer it on top of your first one. Most editing softwares that are at least a little bit advanced, you'll be able to do this in. So you're just going to want to set your clone footage on top of your base footage, I guess you could put it. And then on your second clone's footage, you're going to want to crop that. I just want to find the crop effect and then drag that onto the top clip and then go into that effect. And now what you'll see is in Premiere, I have options to crop it from the left, top, right, and bottom. For me, it's either going to want to be from the left or the right. I'll just experiment with it. Okay, so for me, it works best on the left. So I'm just going to drag the crop over until it gets to about the center of the TV, which you can see is right about there. And that looks pretty good. So that's really it. I mean, all you're doing is you're just layering both videos and then you're just cropping out one of them. So you see the base footage is on the left and then the cropped one is on the right. And I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how you do a clone. Now it's just all about timing. And I mean, I can play around with that really quick, but something that makes it kind of easier to set up your timing right is if you can see the waveform for your audio. And in my version of Premiere, I just upscale this a little bit. And now I can see it, so I can see that that kind of intersects a little bit. So if I go like that, so it's in the middle, that should be pretty good. All right, there we go. So let's see what it looks like. And there you go. I mean, it's a really basic effect. It really is. I put that together in about 5 minutes, so I'm sure whatever you want to do for your math project, you can make it look a lot better if you just put a little bit more time into it. It's nothing special. After you have this effect done, you're just gonna export it, and I'm sure you know how to do that. But then there, yeah, there you go.